LA music back in the day was a banger. Damn near every song he dropped, bro, was like a 10 out of 10. No glaze. No glaze, bro. LA was really like that, bro. I liked his music. I ain't gonna cap. I
Like,
did
I
like
feel
his
like me
music.
in LA, we was a jack of all trades. Like, whatever it called for, we'd do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not on no send out shit. It's just whatever the situation is. Like, if we finna fight, folk, me and LA gonna fight, folk, and we gonna be front line fight. You feel what I'm saying? If it's time to go to war, folk, like, we gonna go to war, folk, and we ain't gotta over drill every night, earn the name, trying to make a name and chase the shit. Like, this shit gonna come to us, folk. Like, we ain't gotta overdo it or nothing. We making shit count when we bet.
L.A. Capone.
No cap. Take 600, bro. He's that's a strong dude, bro. Like he lost a lot of his best friends, man. He been around for the longest time. He outlasts a lot of people. That's how you know he was moving a lot different than how the people that did pass away or went to jail. He was moving totally different. He now look at him. He making memes on YouTube and TikTok and doing what he's supposed to be doing, bro.
Also known as Leonard Anderson, was born and raised in the South Side of Chicago. Growing up in a neighborhood marked by poverty and violence, L.A. faced challenges that would shape both his character and his music. He took on responsibilities early for his mother and 4 sisters after his parents separated. At the age of 12, L.A.'s life took a major turn when his father passed away. Allegedly, he was gunned down while trying to get away from the police. The loss was devastating, forcing him to mature quickly. To help him cope, his mother sent him to Atlanta for a few years to live with his father's side of the family. It was here that L.A. got a glimpse of a different life, one where possibilities extended beyond the streets. He attended school.
Y'all think if he'd have stayed in LA, his life would have been different? Do y'all think he would have been as big as he was if he was in Chicago?
Played football, and even crossed paths with well-known figures like T.I.'s family, going to school with Lil Yachty. Following the tragic events with his father out of the picture, he returned back to the trenches in Chicago. The city's drill scene at the time was starting to rise. L.A. was in the streets with his homies, channeling his pain and ambition into music. His first tracks, such as Grimy and Murder, showcased his lyrical skill and authenticity. With raw bars that mirrored the life he lived, L.A. Capone quickly gained attention, becoming a promising voice in a city desperate for new talent. But his early success also placed him squarely in the crosshairs of Chicago's dangerous street politics. L.A. Capone was more than just another talented rapper. He was a rising star in Chicago's drill music scene. After returning...
One of the best ones, you ask me. Before he passed, bro, he definitely was one of the best ones. I'm not, like, who's better than L.A. Capone? Name 3. Name 3 artists that was better than L.A.
to Southside Chicago, he reconnected...
That's not mainstream, though. It gotta be from Chicago at that time.
...with his childhood friends and aligned himself with the 600 set of the Black Disciples. Known for their street presence and musical ambition, 600 was home to other promising talents like Rondo No. 9, Tay 600, and D Rose. Together, they began to carve out a lane in the city's drill scene, blending...
I wouldn't say maybe maybe 2011, 12, before he passed away, which was I believe 2013. So in Chicago, bro, he definitely was one of the hottest for sure.
Gritty storytelling with hypnotic beats. LA's breakout moment came in January 2013 with the release of Murder. The track wasn't just a song. It was a drill anthem that painted a vivid picture of life in the trenches. His raw delivery and vivid imagery captured the attention of fans across Chicago, solidifying his place in the burgeoning drill movement. The video for Murder featured cameos from 600 and other affiliated sets, showcasing unity while also doubling as a warning to rivals. Months later, L.A. collaborated with Rondo No. 9 on Play for Keeps, a high-energy...
One of the best songs, bro! One of the best songs, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you play that anywhere. I mean, it don't matter what state you in. Anywhere, bro. It was me and bro. We was at the store and both of us got 56 cake. A girl can't tell me she late. Condoms I use don't break.
drill track that took the scene by storm. With over 60 million views to date, the track was a banger and made a mark in the Chicago drill scene. elevating both LA and Rondo to new heights. The chemistry between the two was undeniable. Rondo's raspy aggression paired perfectly with LA's smooth yet menacing flow. LA's music wasn't just entertainment. It was a reflection of his reality. His lyrics detailed the violence, loyalty, and betrayals that defined life on Chicago's South Side. Tracks like So Loud showcased his versatility, offering a melodic departure from the usual drill sound, while still maintaining street credibility. As his fame grew, so did the tension around him. While LA's talent brought him closer to stardom, his ties to the streets and unflinching authenticity made him a target. His music was a voice for his crew, but it also fueled the rivalries that would eventually lead to his untimely death. As L.A. Capone's fame grew, so did the danger surrounding him. In the world of Chicago drill, success often came with enemies. And for L.A., that enemy was Thorough 51 Young Money, a rival set tied to the gangster Disciples. The tensions between 600 and 051 were deep-rooted, fueled by years of street conflicts and retaliatory violence. But LA's rising profile and drill lyrics turned him into a prime target. In September 2012, L.A. Capone experienced his first brush with death. He was walking with friends from 600, unarmed, on a hot day when they decided to leave their guns behind. On their way to meet up with others, they crossed paths.
You can never. I will never leave my gun behind me if I live in Chicago. Chicago and Illinois, period. Bro, that's like if you in the street, that's rule number one. Never leave your gun behind. In my opinion, you should never leave your gun behind, bro. That's not a smart thing to do. Especially if you know you in the streets. That's like rule number one, literally.
Paths with an op who quickly disappeared into a nearby store. Moments later, gunshots erupted. L.A. tried to take cover by running into the street, but he was hit in the leg. Though the injury wasn't life-threatening, the message was clear. His name was now on a hit list. L.A. didn't back down. Instead, he doubled down on his music, using his tracks to taunt his rivals. Songs like Shooters with Rondo number 9 called out 051 Young Money members by name, escalating the beef. In Play for Keeps, the duo made it clear that 600 wasn't afraid to respond to threats, creating anthems that both celebrated their crew and served as warnings to their enemies. These lyrical dices only heightened the animosity. For rival crews like 051, drill music wasn't just entertainment. It was personal. The back and forth between sets turned into a dangerous cycle, where every track could spark a real-life retaliation. Despite the warnings from friends and family, L.A. continued to embrace the lifestyle his music depicted. He saw drill not just as a creative outlet, but as a way to document the harsh realities of his world. However, this commitment to authenticity made him an even bigger target. His lyrics, while celebrated by fans, painted a bullseye on his back.
The first time he got shot at, he should have started moving a lot different and smarter. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody ever shoot at you, bro, this is my opinion. I mean, everybody got their own opinions. I feel like if you in the streets, bro, your head gotta be on a swivel all day. You can't even go out for real. Like, I mean, you can't be scared to go out, but you can't be like going to a house party. Back then, this was what, 2013 he passed away? So let me see, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. House parties was big back then, bro. Like, everybody wanted to go to a house party.
2013, the stakes had never been higher. The streets of Chicago were watching, and L.A. Capone was walking a fine line between superstardom and the dangers that came with it. The studio setup and betrayal. September 26, 2013 was supposed to be another step toward greatness for L.A. Capone. He had a mixtape scheduled to drop in just over a month and was determined to finish recording his track, Brothers, a collaboration with Rondo number 9 and Lil Durk. Earlier that L.A. attended court with some friends, including J.B. Bin Laden, before heading to the studio in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood. It was a routine stop for L.A., but what he didn't know was that the streets had other plans. The studio was located on a quiet stretch of Stony Island Avenue, accessible by a dimly lit alley in the back. As L.A. settled in to record, someone he trusted unknowingly tipped off 051 Young Money, his most dangerous rivals. The call went out, revealing his location to those who wanted him dead. By the time LA stepped out of the studio hours later, 2 cars had already pulled up, their occupants waiting in the shadows.
What I understand is, if I was in the streets and I'm with somebody, my best friend, one of my friends, it don't matter. My brother, it don't matter. We're not telling people where we at. Oh, where you at? Oh, I'm at the crib, chilling. I'm not gonna be like I'm in the studio. If I'm in the streets, bro, nobody gonna know where I'm at. I'm gonna be giving people misdirections all day. Never tell your right hand what your left hand doing, basically.
After finishing his session, LA exited through the studio's back entrance, walking into the alley while on his phone looking for a ride. JB stayed behind on the steps. Suddenly, the shooters emerged from their vehicles. Shots rang out, breaking the stillness of the night. LA was hit twice, once in the lower back, with the bullet lodging near his kidney, and once in the thigh, the round tearing through his groin. The attack was swift and calculated. As LA collapsed to the ground, one of the gunmen, identified later as Lil Mick from 051, stood over him, ready to finish the job. But the gun jammed and the shooters fled the scene, leaving LA bleeding out on the pavement. JB rushed to his side, screaming for help. LA, struggling to breathe, managed to speak his final words. "Tell my mom and them I love her. I don't think..."
How didn't know he said that? How do they know he said that, bro? Come on.
"Think I'm gonna make it." LA was rushed to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, but the damage was too severe. He lost consciousness in the ambulance and was pronounced dead during surgery at 8:30 p.m. The betrayal was complete. A star in the making had been extinguished. The murder of L.A. Capone sent shockwaves through Chicago and beyond. For his family, the loss was immeasurable. His mother, who had already endured the pain of losing L.A.'s father, was left shattered by the violent death of her son. She later recounted the heartbreak of hearing his final words, spoken to a friend moments before he succumbed to his injuries. It was a devastating reminder of how the streets had claimed yet another young life filled with promise. For LA's closest friends and collaborators, the pain was just as raw.
All right. Do y'all think he was set up? You know, once you start getting famous, bro, reality and indie, bro, it's bad. It's bad, bro. And I doubt that he got set up, but that's what they say. Some people say he got set up. But if y'all didn't know, the dude that unalived him got 45 years in prison, bro. Like 45 years, that's a long time, bro. I mean, life, 45, they both the same thing at that point, you know what I mean? So let me know how y'all feel about this video, man.